Good morning, fellow option traders. This is Jeff, and this is the daily scan for Thursday, November 13th, 2014. No real announcements to review from yesterday. Jobless claims for today, JOLTS report, petroleum status report, anti-Yellen speaks here at 12:45, yawn, and Treasury budget at 2 p.m. But Auntie Ellen, you just never know what she's going to slip in there, you know. But she's not going to do anything to upset the apple cart. Treasury budget, though, can be interesting. Along with the jobs report is sort of interesting, but Treasury budget, I believe that's the report that tells you how much revenue was collected and how much money they had to borrow if they're at a deficit or surplus for the previous month, I believe. So that's always a fun report to take a look at, and maybe we'll review that tomorrow morning. All right, across the pond, Asia mixed, mostly bullish, and in Europe, bullish across the board, moderately so. Nothing real exciting, but I have to tell you that the news is very disturbing today across the world. Lots of, I saw one on Yahoo News up here, just the regular news, something about Russia's going to have their bombers flying in the Caribbean. Now that makes me a little nervous. So that means they'll be, I guess maybe they're trying to pump Cuba back up or something. I don't know. I don't know what the relationship is between Russia and Cuba for right now, but that doesn't matter, because we're going to go take a look at our own futures. Let's bring up the big four here. And we slide these things over so we're current. All right. Looking like it's going to open with a slight gap up, which for the most part makes me happy, because I have a lot of positive data, or delta I should say. Gold is still pretty flat here. Let's take a look at gold. Yeah, still hanging around that support level that we hope is a support level. Oil's at 76.73. That's pretty dang low. Gas is not responding appropriately, in my opinion. I think we're seeing, like, I saw $2.99 yesterday. I don't know. I went to Denison College and for a Veterans Day celebration of sorts in Colonel Oliver North. I got to sit in the second row and listen to that great man speak. That was pretty inspiring. Bought his book, so now I have an autographed copy of his book. What else are we looking at here? The dollar is at 87. The euro-US dollar pair is at $1.24. Hasn't really moved a whole heck of a lot. And anything else interesting? Oh yeah, we're going to take a look at volume here. So I found out one of my watchers sent me an email and said when you change grids, and it asks you about drawings, you're supposed to say no instead of saying yes. And I've been trying that out. It seems to be working. What do we want here? We want a new style. We want daily. No, we want... let's see here. What do we want? We want the daily dark version 2. That's good. Yep, we like that. Okay, now we'll take a look at the up volume and the down volume. Alright, so this, let's see here. What do we have? Veterans Day on Tuesday. Volume was down. It wasn't really down all that much. I was surprised. I would figure that that volume would have been down a little bit more than that. Still, though, we're hanging around. I wish they would put commas in there. I'm guessing about 55 trillion shares across all the U.S. exchanges. That's a lot. So, yeah, that's pretty surprising. I just figured it would be a little bit lower than that. Well, that's interesting to note. So it was a pretty good day from that perspective. All right, now, also I wanted to let you know, I'll put a couple of links in today's message. John Carter, who has a service called Simpler, or a website called Simpler Options. He's been around for a long time. He's pretty good. He's a pretty sharp guy. He really knows his stuff. I watched a webinar of his last night where he talked about why he's in favor of doing debit spreads currently over credit spreads, and debit diagonals can even beat that out, which a diagonal is a credit or a debit spread, only rather than having the same expiration, you have different expirations and different strikes. It's not like a calendar, which is the same strike with different expirations. So I think that I'm going to talk about that a little bit, at least dabble into the debit spread part of it rather than a credit spread. Now, he said that there's an advantage to it, but there's always an advantage to something depending on how far out of the money that you want to do your spread. So he's just saying that the risk reward is flipped around, and he showed how it's flipped around, but I need to prove it to myself. So I'll keep you posted on how that progresses. And I'll put those links in with the video. Okay, so yesterday, jumped in on Alibaba with a 50 delta and Google with a 50 delta, and we will be taking a look at those coming up. And then Amazon here, let's just it's hurting a little bit, so we'll have to figure out what to do with this, if we just bail, or if I just bail, or I know you guys don't have to do it. If I just bail, or buy back the lawn. And I only got 2 days left, so that's a little bit kind of a risky thing. I'd probably just take my lumps and get out of it. Total would be 486 right now. Loss. Okay. Let's get over here and get the chart up. Here's Apple. Could have done this 30 delta. I didn't. Reason why? I wasn't getting the MACD, but it had a very nice pop. Showed a little bit of strength on Tuesday, and then yesterday it had a nice day. So we kind of missed that one. So I'm going to slide this down. I think, though, that for this week I'm definitely fully invested. I'm not going to put anything more at risk. All right. Moving on to Amazon. This is the troubled child here. I had an alert set up here. Definitely I was going to bail if it hit that. I haven't hit it. Now, I was thinking about a 50 delta here, but I don't think so. I think that that's too much against the trend right now. I have a PPS up arrow and the Hull moving average, which is 13-day moving average. I have to keep on reminding myself what that is going against me right now. So that is definitely not a bear call trade. If I go into debit spreads, I have to reverse everything that I say. That's going to be hard. Okay, I guess I could just say, well, I would do, a call spread here because it's moving up. Or I would do a put spread because it's moving down. Instead of the opposite, really, is what I have to do now, which I'm used to for many years. Okay, so there is that one. Let's quit babbling here. Let's go on to Boeing. Not sure, really. It's a little bit too late for Boeing here. I'm going to get rid of all these drawings. And we'll just have to think twice about what Boeing is trying to say to us here. It's kind of drifting northeast, but it's drifting very slowly. All right, Alibaba. Okay, so I entered a bull put 50 delta here at the 119 level, and I took a $2 spread on it just because I was only paying out, I think, 50 cents at the time for a $1 spread, which is a 2-to-1 or a 1-to-1 risk reward. Risk 50 to make 50, basically. But I was looking for a little bit more money just to pay for the commissions, to make that commissions a little bit more attractive, which is only $1.25 for each contract. But anyway, then I did 2 of them, I believe. So if we go to the Analyze tab, this is what it looks like right now. And here I am down here playing around with a couple of different things like the debit spread, but we'll be talking about that maybe probably in a separate video, and then compare debit to credit going forward for a little while and then decide what to do about it. I don't particularly want to mix the two together because I will get very confused. I'm easily confused, if you haven't noticed that already. But here it is. We're looking at a slight gap up at the open. Closed at 118.20, and it's right now trading at 118. Midpoint's like 72 or something like that. All right, so that is that one. What is this? Oops, I clicked the wrong thing here. Here. Let's go back to the monitor tab because I don't want to have to make this thing request too much data when I bring these charts up. Okay, the other one that we have here is Baidu, which is a 50 delta as well. And that we collected $1.26 on, and it's doing pretty good. Looking forward to that one closing the week out on a positive note. Chipotle, waiting for it to come down to our target. Costco, same story here. It's actually kind of approaching. It's actually eligible here for a 20 delta. And this may be one that I just might look at a debit spread on. Who knows? If I was to do one, it would be simulated. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put an alert on here, and if we get a move up, because I already said that I am tapped out for the week, but if I can work a debit spread to my advantage, I might do that. Okay, debit spreads are not new to me. I just stuck with credit spreads. Nobody ever proved to me that debit spreads have more of an advantage. Okay, we might be rolling over here on the Dow. Who knows? Although today looks like it's going to start out swimmingly, so we'll see how that works out. GLD, we're kind of rolling over on that one. Although on the weekly we're still in a big slide, but on the daily we have rolled over, and definitely on the intraday. Looking real good there. But I'm not trading that for credit spreads or anything. That is my covered call, baby. All right, so here's Google. We're looking for Google to move down. Is it doing anything this morning? Okay, 558, 556. Oh, it looks like it might open down at 25 shares traded. That doesn't really tell you anything, but it looks like it might gap down a tad. That would be good. I'm okay with that. Let's go to LinkedIn. LinkedIn, we have a 50 delta trade here. Collected $1.11 on it. And hopefully, it's just like the water is up to its nose here. We'll see how that one works out. NDX, this is this simulated iron condor I had set up. We're waiting for a 20 delta here. So we'll add that in there. Color it yeller. And wait for it to hit. Netflix. This is another iron condor that we have set up. I need to fix these things because they're in the way. Maybe do a shaded box like I had there. We could do that easily right away here. Just do this rectangle. I think I got in on it Monday. When did I get in on NDX? That was Monday. So that's the same time that I was looking at Netflix. So let me do the same thing here. And actually on Netflix, these are break-evens, and the box on NDX is the short strikes. But on this one, it's break-evens. I don't remember what the expiration is. What is the expiration? I picked December. Wow, that's way out there. Yeah. So I'll just draw a quick box up here for right now. And then edit properties, and we can change this November 10th. Yeah. And then the other side of it would be 12/19. There. Now I can get rid of these. There. There's our iron condor on Netflix. Anything else going on Netflix? No, we're staying out of it. Too flat. Priceline, non-directional chain trades might be in line for it. Priceline, we have a target set here. We're saying that it is in an uptrend. This was just a temporary blip on the radar. Russell. Okay, we have what's looking like it's renewed uptrend here. Just kick back into high gear. So we'll move this over. Well, actually, I'm going to remove all the drawings and put a new one in here. Oops. Go back to my oval. Ellipse. Oops. Oops. I know what I'm doing. Yeller. Okay. SPX. We have target sitting down here waiting for an entry. Opportunity. Tesla. Any day now. Yeah, Tesla. Here we go. Target down here. And last but not least is Visa. Ooh, we have a little hooky here. This could be a 20 delta. Another possible candidate to try out the whole debit spread thing. So we'll put Visa down on our 20 delta list. So we have Costco and Visa for 20 deltas for today, and that's it. And then we need to do something about Amazon, especially if it moves up. and it looks like it is going to, well, can't really tell, because this 311 is almost midpoint here, maybe 310. It might open at 310, and 310 is not going to cut it for us. We need, I think 307.50 is where we have our short, so we're going to need a little bit of move down. But what might be nice is we get a little bit of a move down, and maybe we can get out for less of a loss. Okay, so that's it for today. Thank you very much for watching. Have a great day and happy trading.